All right, well, good Friday evening to you. I am First Alert meteorologist David Ernst here with a weather update. We will continue our First Alert weather days in the area through the night and into Saturday. It won't be until Saturday evening late that we see the recent active pattern start to kind of quiet back down. There is a flood watch in effect through a good part of central and southern Wisconsin. Basically lined up right along Wisconsin Highway 29 from Wausau through Shawano, Green Bay, and southwards. So that would include Marathon, Shawano, Brown, Kewaunee counties, and everybody to the south of that. This is where we are going to see the potential for at least another 2-3 inches of rainfall over the course of the rest of tonight and Saturday morning, and then with another round of storms that would arrive on Saturday evening. If you are watching us on Facebook, we're on the WBAY TV2 page. That's where you can find these live streams, as well as our YouTube channel. You can find me on Facebook. I am David Ernst, WBAY meteorologist. And if you don't already have it on your phone, I would urge you to download the free WBAY First Alert weather app. You can search for that in your app store, or if you're watching this on a laptop or a desktop computer, you can take out your smartphone and just point it at the QR code there right beneath my video, and you will see your splash screen load up there for the app download. So let's go ahead and get into the forecast here. And I suppose before we do that, we will take a look at First Alert ViperMax radar, and this will show you the current setup. Earlier, we were a little bit concerned with some stronger thunderstorms getting into the region, but everything started to really weaken pretty significantly between about 5 and 6 o'clock in western Wisconsin. In fact, I went ahead and downgraded the severe weather outlook for the evening because everything was kind of trending in that direction. We do still have some light showers ongoing across parts of Marinette County, especially into Menominee, Michigan. This will end up crossing the Bay of Green Bay and getting into Door County. And then farther southward, we do have some additional rain just to the west of Highway 41 there into Oconto County. So anywhere from Little Swamico up through Abrams and then heading into the Peshtigo area, looking at some light rainfall. In fact, that extends as far south as Pulaski. Might clip Swamico as it's moving through. We have a little pocket of steadier rainfall there down through Kewaunee and just south, but stopping north of Two Creeks. And then the steadier rain in the area right now is essentially farther south of us into Dodge counties, where we have, it's not a thunderstorm at this point, but the heaviest rainfall moving right through Beaver Dam, Fox Lake, and just south of Waupun. Right there along Highway 49. So we'll continue to keep an eye on all of this activity through the rest of the evening. Down the line there, light to moderate showers heading on into Sheboygan. In fact, I'll go ahead and put this into motion. And you'll see the direction everything is headed just within the last hour, not moving very quickly. And that's a big reason why we are concerned with that flooding potential, hence the flood watch that is in effect, as some of these storms will be pretty prolific rain producers. A little bit of small hail also possible out of that cell there you see around the Beaver Dam area or just to the east. So let's go ahead and turn on our rain products here on ViperMax, and we'll get you the 24-hour rainfall estimate from the Green Bay radar site. And I'll go ahead and turn on the little eyedropper there. And so we had a pretty widespread swath of steadier rain right through Winnebago, Calumet counties, and actually in Waushara as well. The radar estimates line up pretty well with what we were told. Let's see, I've got some rainfall reports here. Winchester, an inch and a tenth. There in Winnebago County, have Allenville in Winnebago County, again inch and 15/100ths, and just over an inch of rainfall in Plainfield there in Waushara County. So this was what fell earlier, and that was all with one particular storm. And then we've seen some additional heavier rainfall at times in addition to what was on screen there. Also looking at some very heavy totals coming just south of the Dells between there and Milwaukee. Again, this is radar estimated, but usually in times where you're not dealing with a lot of hail, those radar estimates tend to be pretty close to accurate. So we'll continue watching the activity coming out of Iowa. In fact, still some pretty strong storms ongoing to the west. I will see what picks up here on the La Crosse radar. Not quite sure how far back it will go if we'll see everything coming out of Iowa, but you'll see a few stronger storms there northwest of Mason City, and then as you get just outside of of Dubuque there to the northwest of Dubuque. Do have a heavier storm and some additional activity trailing back from the Dells and down towards Dubuque, coming with the storms we were just looking at there on radar. So we will continue with storms mainly in southern Wisconsin as we go through the next few hours, but you'll notice that there is still some activity off to the west, so this is going to be what ends up getting into the area during the pre-dawn hours. These storms will end up passing to our south, but if I can go ahead and move the map even farther to the west, you'll see the next batch of stormy weather coming out of Wyoming and out of Colorado. That's going to be what hits the area on Saturday afternoon and evening, and given the timing, it would be that last round there which would have the greatest potential to create some severe weather. So we'll, again, keep our first alert weather day going. As far as things go for the rest of this evening, I'll have the severe weather outlook in the low category. Our main concern is going to be for areas south of the Fox Valley, looking at heavy rainfall and some localized flooding, and the strongest storms will stay south. And then on Saturday, we'll have a round of steadier rain in the morning, and then watching for some stronger afternoon storms. We'll put your severe weather outlook in the moderate category there on Saturday. So here's where it stands with the Storm Prediction Center. Slight risk for severe weather. That's a level 2 out of 5 in place for a good part of central and southern Wisconsin. At least the southern 2/3 of the state are into that. And I would say it's roughly between about 2 and 10 p.m. on Saturday would be your greatest time frame, the time frame where it's the most likely that we would have strong storms or perhaps a severe warning. Again, heavy rainfall will be a big concern with any storms, even if they don't become severe or if they're not even technically thunderstorms. There could still be very heavy rain coming on in. Damaging wind gusts would be your most likely threat from a severe standpoint. So let's take you through the forecast then. We'll go through it here on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. And you'll see as we head on through the evening hours, Predictor kind of locking onto that trend of everything fizzling out for a time. So after midnight, not a whole lot of rain to be had for the time being. But then we see the storms that are back into Iowa start to arrive. Now, they'll be a lot weaker when they get in on Saturday morning compared to what's happening now. Nonetheless, you can expect some steady rain showers throughout Saturday morning. There might be a few embedded thunderstorms. Heavy rainfall will be possible. And then we're going to wait until the afternoon. And that's when we'll be watching for, as you see there, between 4 and 5 o'clock, a stronger storm there. Oshkosh over to Fond du Lac. Now, I won't say that, the storms are going to be exactly where Predictor shows them here, but you get the overall sense that in the morning, it's more of just steady rainfall, and then by the afternoon, it might be more hit and miss in nature, but that's when we see some thunderstorms, and it will be one final round coming in that 7 to 10 o'clock time frame. You see they're passing around the Fox Valley, but again, those storms could perhaps be a little bit farther north than where they are shown. That'll be our last chance for anything strong to severe, and then we will see things start to quiet on down. Scott, the heavy rain today went right through the Fox cities. We've had a lot of spots picking up south of Green Bay, inch and a half of rain today, more on the way for tonight and tomorrow. Didn't see as much to the north, and that's why you don't have the flood watch up north. It's just where the storms are tracking. Looking at your temperatures on Saturday, actually, before we get to temperatures, we'll talk about the humidity. It's starting to creep up, and we will continue to see muggier conditions as the day wears on Saturday. So those dew points, whenever they get into the upper 60s and lower 70s, it is definitely feeling sticky. And you will notice that humidity if you're out and about tomorrow. Now, one thing that is working in our favor in terms of helping to limit the potential for severe weather is going to be temperatures. Earlier in the week, it looked like Saturday might be almost a repeat of Monday or Tuesday, with high temperatures getting up to around 90 degrees. And instead, we're looking at 60s up north with mid-70s and upper 70s around the Fox Valley. Now, if we see some breaks in the storms, or in the clouds, I should say, during the afternoon, then it would be possible that we could get temperatures a little hotter than forecast here, and that would also then lead to a higher potential for stronger thunderstorms if we can get a little more heat at the ground, that you do tend to see stronger storms as a result of that. So we'll keep an eye on that forecast for tomorrow, but would not expect anything severe tonight. And most of the rain is going to be winding down here over the next couple of hours, and then we'll see the next batch get in during the pre-dawn time frame there on Saturday. By Saturday night, things will start to quiet down. On Sunday, not totally dry, but chances for rain are certainly lower than what we have seen the last couple of days. So let's go ahead and get into that Sunday forecast as we go through Sunday. Skies will be mostly cloudy early on, partly cloudy as we get into the afternoon, but there could be some spotty light rain that does develop, especially across our northern areas. But just as you see here on Predictor, it's not very widespread, so there will be a lot of us that end up staying dry on Sunday. The humidity will be dropping on Sunday. Temperature should still be in the upper 70s. In fact, it does turn even warmer than that next week, but the humidity will drop off after Saturday's storms go through, at least temporarily. But Monday night into Tuesday, we're right back into some sticky weather with that dew point closer to 70 degrees, and then humidity drops for good for a couple of days at least as we head into the latter half of next week. So we do still have some heavy rainfall to get through. Let me go ahead and pull up the rain totals map. Now this will include rain that has already come down this afternoon. So this would kind of be an overall total, and you'll notice a lot of us between 2 and 4 inches between now and during the day on Saturday. So some very heavy rainfall forecasts, and that is going to be why we have that first alert weather day going. There is the potential for some strong thunderstorms in the mix, especially on Saturday afternoon. Lots of cloud cover through the day as well. After that, though, the pattern turns a little quieter, even though I do have a spotty shower chance in there on Sunday. I think a lot of us will end up staying dry. Monday should be dry, mostly sunny. Temperatures will be warmer, lower 80s, but the humidity will be low during the day, so not too bad. However, it does creep up at night, and we are going to see a round of showers and storms move into the area overnight. There might be a break during the late morning, early afternoon Tuesday before we see some additional storms popping up during the late afternoon and into the evening on Tuesday. Tuesday should be the warmest day of the upcoming week with highs into the middle 80s. After that, it does turn drier and more comfortable, as well as cooler for the at least middle of next week. Wednesday, Thursday both look like they should be pretty nice days with partly cloudy skies Wednesday, mostly sunny skies Thursday, mid to upper 70s for highs and low humidity. We will be watching for another chance for some showers and a few storms coming into the area late next week, but obviously we still have a week to go there, so things can certainly change up in terms of timing or how likely any rain would be. So with that, I hope you have a great night. Again, be careful if you're going to be traveling, especially when that heavier rainfall is coming down during the day on Saturday. Be safe out there and hope you have a good weekend.